I've realized something recently. Even though I'm making progress paying off debt, I still feel financially tense almost all of the time. And I think part of the reason is that I've spent so many years running my finances with almost no margin for error. So lately, I've been asking myself a question. Should every extra dollar go toward debt? Or is there a point where building financial breathing room matters more? If you're new here, I'm currently paying off over $100,000 of debt while trying to completely rebuild the way I handle money. Over the last few months, I've made real progress. I've paid off credit cards, built systems that finally feel sustainable, started becoming more intentional with spending, but even with all of that, I realized I still didn't really feel financially safe. For years, my financial life felt reactive. Every paycheck already had a job before it arrived, and even small, unexpected expenses felt stressful. My wife and I were talking recently about some extra money we contribute toward our joint account. We normally use that extra money to make additional payments toward our joint credit card, but the last couple months, we hadn't really been doing that, and it got me thinking. Instead of immediately throwing every extra dollar at debt, what if I used a couple months of that to create a little buffer in my personal spending account? Not to buy random stuff, not to stop paying off debt, just to create a little margin. Because I think I'm realizing something important. Constantly running financially tight creates its own kind of stress, even if the math technically works. And honestly, I've spent so many years feeling financially tense that I'm not even sure I recognized how much it was affecting me mentally. Part of me still struggles with this, because when you're trying to aggressively pay off debt, it almost feels wrong to hold on to cash. Like every dollar should immediately go toward the balance. But I'm starting to think sustainability matters more than intensity. I don't want this to become another cycle where I go super aggressive for a while, then burn out mentally. I'm trying to build something I can actually maintain long term, especially knowing student loans are eventually coming back. And honestly, I think my priorities are finally changing. A year ago, I was mostly focused on numbers. Now I'm thinking more about stability, habits, and reducing anxiety. One thing I've noticed lately is that even small amounts of financial breathing room change how I think. I'm less reactive, less panicked, less emotionally exhausted by every unexpected expense. And I think that's part of the process people don't really talk about enough. Paying off debt isn't only about lowering balances. It's also about changing your relationship with money. I still have a long way to go. But I think I'm finally learning that financial progress isn't only about lowering balances. It's also about creating stability, creating margin, and maybe most importantly, reducing the constant stress around money. If you're working through something similar, whether that's debt, budgeting, or just trying to feel less financial stress, I'd generally be interested to hear what part has been hardest for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.